Hi, my name's Abbie Deville, and I have a bachelor's degree in history and a master's degree in public history, both from UL. As a graduate student at UL, I was a GA for the Hilliard Art Museum, working with the educator, and I was also a GA with the Center for Louisiana Studies for a year, working with digitization projects to getting things on their website. After graduation, it took me a few months to get an interview that even had to deal with anything history related. It ended up not working out for that interview, but because I had so many different listings of things that I had done at UL, they actually created a contract position for me. It was only 6 months and it was only part-time, but it got me to Little Rock and in the state system, and then that's how I got to be the digital archivist that I am now at the Arkansas State Archives.
The Arkansas State Archives was created as the Arkansas History Commission in 1905 by a General Assembly.
In 2005, they acquired the Southwest Arkansas Regional Archives in Hempstead County.
And then in 2011, they created the Northeast Arkansas Regional Archives, which is in Lawrence County. And we are in Pulaski County, which is central. So these two new regional offices added more access to people in different areas of the state. We also house the Black History Commission of Arkansas, which is a 7-member panel. They have grants, they have symposiums a couple times a year where they talk about Black history and different aspects of Arkansas history. They also reach out to educators and give out resources to make sure that Black history is included in the fabric of Arkansas history. Currently, we have about 12,000 pictures online, but that's growing every day. We have thousands of images, of slides, of negatives that haven't even been touched for digitization yet. We have quite a large archives. We've been collecting for over 100 years. State documents. We have over 3,000 Arkansas newspapers that we personally microfilm. I know it's quite weird to hear people say that they make microfilm, but we actually create it. We shoot photography and create it in-house. You can order film rolls if you need them. Digitally, the website that we have is run by bPress. We also use Preservica and Archivist Toolkit. That's what we use currently to keep our metadata, to house our images online so that other people, so that patrons can download them. If it's not digitally available yet, you can come in and sometimes work with a physical document. Some documents may be so bad that we have the microfilm so that you don't have to touch them, so that we don't have to touch them. Kind of just depends on what you want to deal with. As the digital archivist for the state archives, I deal with scanning. I make access copies, which is basically just taking the scans and turning them into PDF. I create the links to go on bPress so that all of the images are downloadable and have a thumbnail so you can see kind of what you're dealing with. I create the metadata for the images so that you go on and you want to search for something specific for Lawrence County or Pulaski County. I make sure that you're able to do that. I help create the digital standards. Digital history is very new and still learning. There's not a set standard. So we kind of help create that for future processes. As you can imagine, for over 100 years we've been collecting things. It's changed with every director, how they want to do it. So we're just trying to ensure that future processes make sense and hopefully last longer. As far as COVID impact, we have worked from home for over a year now. We just went back. May 17th was our first day back in the office. I've never lost hours, so I've been full-time this whole time, but we were able to work, if we had things to work on from home from our computer. Being a digital archivist, I always did, so that was cool. I will say I've been working there for almost 2 years now, and I've completely forgotten some things I was taught in the research room, working with patrons, different computer programs we have. So that's something that our office manager is having to look into right now, having to re-teach everyone, maybe make workshops to re-educate people on, tips and tricks and what programs to use and what books to look in to find some details for future public history students. would be to take every advantage of any type of volunteer opportunity you can get. It may not seem like it's very important, but you never know what looks important to employers. Some stuff on my resume that I didn't think anyone would be interested in, but that's what hooked some people. Be adaptable. So I focused on interpretation with my comprehensive exams, but now I work for digital history and digital archivist. I've done education, I've done registrar work. Don't be too stuck on one area of public history. Also, be willing to do jobs that you don't necessarily want to do. It's all experience and it all helps in the end.